Hey, my friends, this is Greg Gomez III, founder, CEO, FastStartMarketer.com 2020. Imagine a 2 before this and then a 2 before that's like 2020, right? 2020. How can you double your sales in 2020? It's very simple, my friend. I'm going to reveal the secret. I'm going to share with you the untold knowledge online. Now, if you're using this, I don't care what kind of business you're promoting. Predominantly, especially if you're on online sales, if you're doing some type of online funnel that's getting leads from the interwebs, maybe the Facebooks or the Googles or wherever, and those folks are coming in through a funnel, and you get the one-click page. They see the sales video offer or some type of opt-in form. They give you their contact details. They watch a video sales letter. They purchase the thing. They don't purchase the thing. They join an email list. They get bombarded by all kinds of messaging, and then eventually they wind up saying, you know what, I'll buy your stuff. Okay, fine, Greg, right? Maybe if you found yourself on my email list, hopefully not too abrasive, but pretty effective. That's an effective model. It works very well. But one of the things we've noticed over the last decade that's shifted in the last, oh man, very, very much so in the last couple of years specifically. I've been having a lot of personal conversations with people that come through our funnel. Every now and then I like to pick up the phone, boop, 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 and I actually call folks to figure out what it is that they want. I say, hey, you bought my stuff. Why? And people will tell me all kinds of different stuff. They'll say, well, I bought it because I heard this thing and that's really important to me. And then somebody else would say a different variation of that thing, or they tell me something that I didn't think of, or they would basically say I bought because what I was really looking for was bop ba ba ba. Now this didn't always work for folks who were happy. It also works for folks who were unhappy. I want my money back. Totally happy to do that. What happened? What was the challenge? What were you looking for? What didn't it deliver? What were you hoping for that wasn't in there? Or what didn't you see? Or was it confusing? Or what was it? They give us feedback. We take that feedback. We adjust our marketing if it's relevant. If it's just grumpy old people or grumpy young people or grumpy people, middle-aged people, whatever, then we boot them. It's no big deal. It's fine. Hey, here's your money back. Thanks very much. We do it in a polite, courteous, respectful way, but then we give them the boot. We do this as a way because hey, look, I'm spoiled. My marketing systems bring to me people who are very that I want to work with. If I don't want to work with them, I don't work with them. It's very simple. I've fired a lot of clients, people who were too problematic or challenging, or I just didn't enjoy their personality or their beliefs or whatever. Guess what? I got that right. I can do that in today's America, at least as of right now in this America. I can choose who I want to work with. And you can too, if you have a good marketing funnel in place that sifts and sorts the interested from the uninterested folks that are out there. That's the beauty of today's marketing. You can literally work with people that are excited to work with you. You can set up your marketing in a way to only talk to people where people are excited to talk to you. It's very simple to do once you actually put yourself in place and you're clear on what your market wants to hear. So how do you do that? And what's the secret thing that we can do, if you haven't figured it out already, that can double our sales in 2020? Pick up the phone. This is backwards. It's upside down. It still works. If you have them on here, they'll hear it. We'll turn it around so it's functional and it's proper. It's called a telephone. Pick up the phone and call people. Now, my friend, you might be asking yourself, but Mr. Gomez, the interwebs are supposed to be delighting me with all kinds of automated transactions, sipping Mai Tais on the beach, getting sand in my laptop, amongst other crevices, and not have to bother by talking to such riffraff. Yeah, I know. That's what the online gurus promise. That's what the online marketing world says is automated profitability, or businesses and products and services that practically sell themselves, say the shisty salespeople. But the reality is, it's just, that ain't the case, man. That ain't cool beans, bro. That's not the way it works. In today's day and age, more than ever, people are shocked. I mean, flat out, fall out of a chair, drop the phone, can't believe, honey, turn down the phone, Greg's calling. Just shocked that I actually pick up the phone and talk to people personally, that I actually reach out to folks from time to time to touch base with them. Why do I do that? Well, number one, it keeps my skills sharp. I like talking to the people. I enjoy the conversation. Truthfully, if I could just talk to you one-on-one, belly to belly, it sounds very weird, but I would do that. I find that I have a lot of, genuineness. There's a word in there, kind of mix and match, put it together. We'll figure it out later on. But people find that very genuine. My personality, I comment all the time where people come to me and says, man, you're just like you are in your videos. Yeah, I know. There's medication. I choose not to take it. I refuse. But I don't have, I'm not smart enough to fake an online personality and then an offline personality. It's pretty much just the way I am all the time. And that's the way we roll. That's how we do it. Daniel asked the question here just a second ago. He says, "Hey, so I'm really wanting to get to that point in my marketing. I'm looking forward to that. How do I do that?" Is the next obvious question. How do I do that? Well, you'll be able to refine your funnel by actually doing this. So I don't care where you are in your process. Let me give you the different scenarios. There's 3 different variables that people have set up right now. Number 1, I'm brand new, brand spanking, never did anything online, just building my first online funnel. What do I do to use the phone to make it more impactful? We have an entire coaching program we do. It's a 2-week training crash course that shows you how to generate leads from Facebook in less than 2 weeks. It's a guaranteed program to show you exactly how to do that. You need to be able to get leads first and foremost. Name, email, phone numbers. These are what I call phase 1 leads, or what we call interview leads. If you're testing a market, this is one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to give you the example right now. That's an interview, quick, brand new funnel. Okay, that's item number 1. Number 2, then is if you have a mature lead generation system that does preconditioning, pre-training. So this funnel, let me explain it. 1 goes and gets a lead. It's just name, email, phone number. We say what the benefit is. Like in your case, Daniel, you're talking about legal services. I notice because I talked to Daniel a lot. I've talked to Daniel, right, Daniel? I've talked to you live on the phone, right? What did you think of that experience? You tell me, man. And so Daniel's doing legal services. And in Daniel's case, one of the big benefits he can be talking about is to business owners is, hey, your business is at risk. Just saw your website. You're literally, there's a new law that's being passed right now about usability of case studies and testimonials and stuff like that. And in certain states, they're having really a big one, especially in like the EU, is privacy rights, right? And the privacy factor that happens for a lot of folks is that if you're not managing that correctly, you can be in violation, and it's a huge fine, man. It can put you out of business like that. And so because of that, most sites don't have this type of liability protection. So in Daniel's case, he does legal services. So he can talk to business owners who aren't in compliance. He can go just quickly look at their sites or have an ad that basically says, hey, your site could be, with this new law that's being passed in California or wherever it is, I think it's California. Don't quote me on this. I'm not an attorney. You want to go look this stuff up. But you can go check out, the law there. And if you're doing business in California, out of state, and you're not in compliance, you can get your business shut down. Here's 3 things you need to be aware of right now that can help you grow your business or to protect your business. The third is probably the easiest, and it's a $25 fix, right? Or a $75 fix, something like that for your case, Daniel. And then 15-minute phone call can help you determine if you're eligible and what you're at risk for. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand what I just did there. That's literally like the Geico commercial, right? It works really, really well. It's one of the things we're testing right now with our clients. It works really, really well. And so what we're doing is we're prefacing, we're just going, all this is a benefit statement. This is what it is. This is what it does. This is why you're at risk, or this is the benefit you can experience. 15-minute phone call. We'll talk about it, right? That's an interview lead. They're not going to buy most of the time. They're going to be like, I might get on the phone with you to hear a little bit more. It's probably just a sales pitch, right? Yeah. So Daniel says many times, always provide great guidance and knowledge, and literally what you see in the video is what you get on the calls or in person for the communication. That's right, bro. That's right. Keep it solid. Keep it tight. That's the exact thing I'm working on with your team right now, Daniel. That's what we're working on with you. Good. That's awesome, bro. So in doing that, Daniel's in that course or in that program. He's kind of in the long-term program for it. And what winds up happening is that we wind up getting this prospect, and we get on the phone and we interview them, and we ask them we ask them a sequence of 6 questions, but it's really for 3 specific things we want to know. What do you want? Why do you want it? What are you willing to exchange for that? How important is that thing to you? If I can show you how to get that result, how important is that to you and your business, your life, whatever it is? Now, this can be applied in any format. If I'm doing weight loss, hey, you want to lose this weight. What do you want to do? What are you trying to accomplish here? I'm trying to lose the weight. Okay, why? Because before the holidays, if you're watching this, it's after the holidays, and everyone has an extra 5 to 10 pounds on them. So the question becomes, was losing that weight important enough to avoid hitting the dessert tray several times during the holiday, or was it, F this, or which is forget this. I'm just eating cake. I'm eating pie. Double whipped cream. I'm going for it. Double fisted whipped cream spouts. And if that's the case, why has things changed now? Well, we're going to be doing family photos coming up here very soon, or my daughter, is having graduation, or kids are doing this or that, or whatever we're doing, right? Or I just feel so lethargic. I want to get myself back into shape. How do I jumpstart that? Okay, great. What are you willing to do for this? So what do I want? What are we willing to, or why are we wanting it? Why is it important now? You know, you've done this for years. Have you been in this weight? Like, I want to lose 30 pounds in the next 30 days. Awesome. Have you ever done that before? No. Were you 30 pounds lighter 30 days ago? No. Okay, so then why is this so compelling that you've got to get this done now? And have you tried to do, here's a bigger thing. Have you tried to lose this weight in the past like this? Have you tried to lose 30 pounds in 30 days before? Yeah, I have. Okay, and did that work? No, it didn't. Okay, so let's get realistic. Why? Let's get honest. Why did that fail before? What was the challenge with it, right? And they will tell you, here's all the different, okay, so why are you expecting now to be different? Well, I have to, Daniel, I have to get this protected because my business is so important to me. I don't want to risk losing it all. I had a lawsuit a couple of years ago. It wound up almost bankrupting me. And now that they're changing laws again, I just don't know what to do, how to protect myself. Please help me, Daniel. Help me, help me, help me. Right? That's what we want to see. And so once we actually have these conversations with our prospects, we figure out, hey, if you've ever been hit with a lawsuit, maybe that's the one thing. Then we can go back and adjust our ads, and we build this funnel based on the feedback we get from these prospects. And in doing so, what winds up happening is these prospects become better layered, they become better framed, better positioned. These are call request leads. Now, what I do in phase 2 is I take those leads, once I've gotten this information, I refine my funnel, and I have people go through these 4 or 5 steps. They have to opt in a couple of different times. This is what I used to do, it's crazy. And then I would have them read or watch something. Now in today's day and age, it's typically a 7 to 10 minute video max, but really goes through the hot points, the pressure points, the hot buttons in their market space. And I really, you turn the dagger, they call it. It's bleeding. People move towards pleasure or away from pain, right? They either move towards pleasure, like, ooh, or they move away from like, ah, right? Those are the 2 big motivators in marketing and sales. So when you put this funnel together that has this moving them towards pleasure or away from pain, what winds up happening is then you give them an opportunity to say, hey, but they're following yesterday's video. If you watch yesterday's video, we talked the difference between a guru and a Sherpa. Now enters the Sherpa concept where I'm actually helping you navigate the next 1,000 yards of your life. You understand this? Or your business, or your weight loss, or whatever it is, the big benefit that you provide. We're going to focus on the next 1,000 yards of that thing. So in order to do that, you and I need to get on the phone. We're going to have a one-on-one conversation. We're going to talk for about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to figure out what's going on with you. We may be able to help. We may not. I don't know. But I want to make sure that in this 15-minute phone conversation, we're going to be able to determine if it's viable for you, or I just want to make sure I'm not wasting your time. Is that fair? Awesome. Great. Click the link below. Request. There's a time calendar I have here. Click on the calendar. Get on my calendar. Let's have a conversation. Let's figure out what's going on with you personally. Does that make sense? Daniel, do you get some ideas? You see how this works? You laughing now? You see how that works? All right. So that's phase 2. Now, once we've done this enough, now understand when these people are coming in, we're going to talk and pitch them. We're going to go through and say, hey, we're going to get on the phone and talk to them. Yeah, man, this is what we're doing. This is how it works. This is what it is. This is what it does. This is how it works. This is what it costs. This is what it's going to save you. These are the big benefits you're going to experience. Does that make sense? Is that something you want to do? Awesome. You ready to get started? Grab your which credit card do we want to use? Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover? What do you want to get started with? Bam, go get them, right? But I have an objection. I understand your objection. I completely understand where you're coming from. If I could show you a way to fix that so you didn't have the objection, you ready to get started today? I mean, is this something you actually want? Yes, it is. It's just that blah. Okay, so if I fix blah, are you saying you really want to get this done today? Just it is. Fantastic. I fixed it. Go get your credit card. All right, hold on. That sounds good. Thanks, Daniel. I'll go do that, right? Daniel's hearing, so what I'm doing right now for Daniel is I'm selling him. Daniel, I'm selling you right now. So this is called future pacing. I'm giving you a future of how you should expect this stuff to get done. Why am I so fluent in this? Why does this just flow out of me like this? Because that's a selling scenario. That's what happens in a good sales funnel. That's how you are supposed to communicate with your prospects and the end user. Does this make sense, Mr. Daniel? Right. Daniel's commenting. Daniel, by making comments here, I'm probably going to be using this in a feed in the future. If you guys have your own situations, comment below so I can answer your questions here as well. Now, the key to this is very más importante. This is where it comes down to. Eventually, you're going to sell enough stuff. You're going to sell about 20, 30 prospects into your business, right? By the phone. Now we get to the automation portion. Once we've got a good conversion, see, leads isn't important. It's not very important. What matters is conversion. Conversion only matters if you have a good funnel of leads feeding the conversion funnel, right? But if I get leads, what good are they if I can't close them, if I can't talk to them, if I can't prospect them, if I can't interview them, if I can't figure out how to make their lives better with my stuff, if I can't do that, what service am I providing? What value am I bringing? You got it? By asking these questions in these 3 different phases, the interview phase, the actual selling phase, and the call request phase, and then the selling phase, the automated selling phase, what winds up happening is by the time we get to this 3rd phase, what I'm doing is I'm taking all of this insight, all of this experience, all of this concert pitch, as I like to call it, that I've done over the last several weeks of refining and really talking and refining my pitch, then I automate the pitch. Then I go and create a webinar. Then I go create a presentation or a short little video sales letter that does the light version of it, right? So if you can convert, lead the sale, leads are worthless. That's right. So that's where phase 3 comes in. This is where we automate the sale. Now, here's the trick in 2020, and this is where I want to leave you guys understanding here as we wrap this video up. I understand you want to go out and build massive, use the power of the interwebs to go make you all the monies. And it's a very powerful tool, but it's just a tool. It doesn't work on its own. It needs feedback. It's a computer. It will give you as good as what you prepare and put into it. So if you build a good funnel, if you have the right sales psychology, if you have the right words, if you have the right conversations with people, and you actually build a funnel that speaks to those challenges, those wants, those needs, those desires, those reasons why we covered in phase 1, in the interview phase, into your selling funnel, your conversion is going to go through the roof. So if you really want to double your sales in 2020, the answer is simple, my friend. Pick up the phone, interview prospects, pick up the phone, pitch prospects, pick up the phone, follow up with them after they do buy from your automated sales funnels, and figure out why they bought and what you could do to provide them more support. This will allow you to create bump sales. This will allow you to create alternate products. And from those, especially from those folks that don't buy, why didn't you buy? Well, what I was really looking for was this, or I saw this part and it made me a little skeptical, right? And if I hear enough of that from folks, not just one person change my funnel, but if I hear a good consensus from folks over and over and over again of the same complaints or the same issues or the same confusions, I go adjust my funnel and typically my sales go up. My friends, this is how you go dominate the internet space. You can't earn your black belt without doing a 10,000 punches. Same for using the web for automation. 100% accurate. That's exactly right, my friend. If you would like some help in going through this process with you, well, you're in luck, my friend. We have a process right now that walks you through getting that done. And you're able to get the entire blueprint for just, I think we're still running the special right now, but I'm going to say $37 is the blueprint. So if you don't already own my blueprint, it's $37. I think max, it might be less expensive than that. I'm not sure. It can retail up to as much as $99, but I think we still have the normal special of $37 available. But I think there might be a better special. You can go to faststartmarketer.com/sponsoring blueprint, right? faststartmarketer.com/sponsoring blueprint. If someone would put that in here, Daniel, if you could type that in, that'd be great. And you guys go in there, click on the link, grab a copy of the blueprint, and one of my team members will reach out to you. They'll have a conversation. It's fully guaranteed. You get in there and you're like, this isn't the way I want to grow my business. Totally fine. We'll, happy to refund the money. It's guaranteed. But the other side of that is you actually have a one-on-one conversation with our team. They'll put you in place to actually put you in direct content training that's specifically designed for what you're doing. Even some case studies we have that might be relative to what business you're already involved with. And if that's the case, it can help you actually get that stuff done. So faststartmarketer.com/sponsoring blueprint. Grab a copy. My team will reach out to you. It might actually even be me as we enter 2020. We're doing some new things with our new 2020 sponsoring blueprint. And it may be me having that conversation with you for a few folks. So that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give me some likes, share this content, tag some folks on your team if you do. I'm committed to getting you guys some daily content on this stuff. So if you're enjoying this, keep engagement high and we'll continue it. Hope you're awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.